Hello, welcome to this new episode. We're gonna be talking about conditional formats, advanced conditional formatting in Excel. Before we move along, remember to click the like button, share, and subscribe button along with the bell button so you will get a notification once I upload a new video. All my videos focus mostly on Excel formulas or a knowledge above basic. Remember to watch all of them. Leave a comment in most of the videos you watch and I'll be happy. Bring your friends too. Thank you. Let me introduce this data that we will be using here. It's from a company called Washington Engineering. The data we have is from HR department. This is for counting service benefit for employees. So we have the names, basic salary, allowances here. We have joining date. So then the joining date is broken into years, months, and days. How many years, months, and days the employee has been in the company. Then we have the total values, total amount. So this is the data we will be working on. So first of all, let's touch on one basic conditional format. Then we will move on to the advanced conditional format so you can get a gesture. So in every conditional format, first of all, you start by highlighting the data. Now for this basic formula that I want to use, I'm highlighting the data in column D, meaning I don't want the rest of the data. So I'm just highlighting the data that I'll be using. So I have highlighted just column D. If I wanted the whole table, I would highlight whole table. So after you highlight, head on to the conditional format, then click highlight cells and choose what you want to highlight by: greater than, less than, between. Let's highlight duplicates. So click duplicate and say you can just choose any color you want. So they are giving us light red field. We can choose, click custom format, and let's choose this green color here. Say okay, say okay. So you can see the data that's not duplicate doesn't have green color, but all duplicates, they have the green color. So you can see how basic conditional formatting works. So because we will be focusing on advanced, let's remove these basic ones. The first conditional format, advanced, we will be checking is the AND function. So we want to use the AND function. As I said, we will highlight the data first. So let me first highlight these three columns, and let's check if any employee who has been in the company for more than 5 months and 3 months, then we will give a color to the cells that come along the employees row. So we click the conditional format, say new rule, and click use formula, then say is equals to, and open the bracket, click the first cell of your data range, let's click this cell, then click F4 to remove the $sign from the row and leave it in the column. Then click is greater than 5. So we are checking if this cell is greater than 5, and we use comma again. We click the cell for the month, again click F4. Then if months are greater than 3, then click close the bracket. Say click format, choose your color. Let's choose color red, or let's choose dark green, this one. Say okay, say okay. So now you can see how our formula is working. So all the highlighted cells means the employee has been in the company for 5 years and 3 months. And as you can see, yeah, for more than 5 years and more than 3 months. So you can see this one here, he's been in the company for 10 years but less than 3 months. So only 10 years, not 10 years and 3 months. So if there's no 3 in this month column, it shouldn't be highlighted. So you can give formula to your data as per how you want it. So the next function will be the OR function. So the OR function works same like AND function in writing. So let's highlight all the data here and say we will be checking the formula using the data in basic salary. So after we highlight, we click the condition formula tab and say new rule, say use formula, and go to the tab. We say is equals to, or open the bracket. Let's say anybody who has a basic of 18,000 in the salary, click F4, double F4, then say is equals to 1800, comma, or anyone, comma means or here, anyone. So anyone means we click the cell again F4, whose salary is less than 1800, then close the cell and say format, choose color, let's say blue, click OK, say OK, and you can see our formula is working fine. So all these people either have a salary of 1800 or less than 1800. So that's how to use the OR function. So that one, now that has worked, we go to the next function. Again, we click here and clear rules from the entire sheet. Let's talk about the ISNUMBER function. So let's highlight all the values here. Click conditional format, say new rule, say is equals to, say formula, and say is equals to ISNUMBER, open bracket, and click any cell there, click F4, remove all the dollar signs, then close the bracket, choose format, let's say blue color again, click OK, click OK. You can see the names have not been highlighted because they are not numbers, they are letters or text. But the rest of the data, the values are numbers. That's why they have been selected. So let's check on another conditional format. So to make it easy, that's why I'm clearing the rules so we can use the same data. The next function, I'm gonna show you 3 ways of building a text search box in conditional format, using conditional format. So let's say that I'll be using employees. I'll be using employees who have a certain amount of food allowance. So this is what I'll be using. I want to take this cell. I will show you 3 ways to make a search box. I will take this cell and create a search box there. First, I'll create a drop down list. Click data validation, then click list, source, and source we are taking the food allowance, so we are highlighting all the data for the food allowance, then click OK. So you can see our drop down list is working. You can go down or up as you want, so let's choose any. like that. So now that we have made the drop down list, we go on and highlight the whole data. I want to put color in columns. I want the conditional format to highlight for me those people who have same food allowance as to what I write here. So we highlight the whole data, go back to home, click conditional format, say new rule. So this is the most easiest rule I can say, the one we are starting with. Just say is equals to, click the cell which will be the criteria, click one of the cell in the column that will be the criteria, then click F4, let the dollar sign be on the column and not on the row side. Say if this cell is equals to this cell, so this one will remain with $2 signs, then now we can choose the format, let's say purple color, and say OK. So whatever I choose here, if I put 300, all employees whose food allowance is 300, they should be highlighted in purple color. Say OK, and you can see it's working. So we have used drop down list to create this cell here. Now we can choose, we can say 200, all people with 200 food allowance are being selected, and we can again click choose, people with 250 are being selected. So this is easy way of filtering data. So you can just go through by scrolling with your mouse, scroll your data, see what you want to see after using this formula. So for the next one, we will use the search box. So we will click the whole data and then conditional format, say new rule, say formula is equals to search, open the bracket, then we click on our cell here, then comma, click on the first cell of the name here, then use concatenate and this cell F4 again, and this cell F4 again, and this cell F4, then close the bracket. Let's see if it works. Choose this dark green, click OK. Yes, now our formula is working there for the search box. So whatever we write here, we have written Paul. Let's check someone else's name. Let's say Yadav. Click enter. You can see this is another way of searching for the search box. It's another formula for doing search box just as we want. So you can see this is it's bringing information of every cell that has Yadav. What if we delete this cell and make it empty? All our data will be highlighted. So to omit this, we go back to the formula, click manage. We forgot to click on this cells, manage rules, click this, then use if this cell B2 is equals to 0, then leave it. Otherwise, search what we want and bring the data. Say OK. Sorry, we forgot to close bracket, add bracket because we have increased. Also here, add, open the bracket. Say OK. Say apply. Say OK. So Now you can see we don't need to remove that conditional format now. Whenever this cell is empty, our data will be okay. So let's write here, let's write again here dav to see if our formula is still working. Our formula is still perfect. So these are second way of searching through using the search box to search for the data, or to highlight or filter the data that you want. Our next rule here is the weekday and the weekend function. So let's say these are dates of the month. We highlight, we click conditional format, say new rule, use formula, say is equals to weekday, then open the bracket, click the first cell here and remove dollar signs from row, then click comma, say 2, close the bracket, say greater than 5, choose color, let's say yellow, say okay. Now we change the dollar sign and bring it center, click OK, say apply, it works. So we have removed the dollar sign from the row, from the column, we put it in the row. Now if we want to see if we have made the correct formula, change the month here, start date, say it's January, click enter. Yeah, our formula moves with the data. So it's correct, say again 6 June. You can see this one works.